Welcome back everyone. I hope you are enjoying the series. Today we're going to be talking about how to escape from gold and enter into plat. If you're not a healer main, don't worry, I have tank and DPS already on the channel. Check them out. Brief summary if you don't know how this works, I take the game-winning game, whether I play well or not, we take the game that we won in order to get to platinum and go over that and we review it. We're going to talk about the differences between gold, platinum, and high ranks in general when we're discussing healer. So this is a game of domination, pretty cut and dry, pretty simple. Not really doing anything fancy, just following the team. I know sometimes you'll see teammates fight up there. And the reason why people generally fight up here first, aside from going down to the bottom, is because that you have more agency over the actual playing field if you happen to win the fight and capture this area, right? So as an example, let's just say our teams fight, right? And they lose maybe one or two players. Well, our team then tells them to back off. And not only do we get this section to play here, but we also get the section to play down there. So we have way more area of play. Now, you don't always have to fight up here. It's really up to whatever the tank wants to do, honestly. But you're kind of at a disadvantage if they're able to just kind of look down from the top angles here. So just keep that in mind when you do play. Most teams that I've seen would go to the top, but if you're a lower rank, usually the lower ranks will go towards the bottom. Again, nothing crazy. You're not going to win or lose the game off of it. You just have to play accordingly. So my tanks decide to go this way. Now, one thing I don't like doing is funneling. This is something that you'll notice a lot, not even just within gold, but as you start climbing, you'll see a little less, but most of the time, no matter what rank you are, people funnel. It just happens way more often in lower ranks. And you might be wondering, well, what is funneling? Funneling basically means you and your team are constantly walking through very small areas. Let's just say, if 4 or 5 people are walking here and their whole entire team is going to shoot towards that, well, you're all funneled, right? It's basically a funnel. So I can't draw, but hopefully you guys get the picture, right? You pour something into it and then it funnels down all together, kind of like that, right? That's what it means to funnel. And that's what you don't want, especially once you're in high ranks, especially if you keep dying. So keep that in mind. Funneling is bad. If your team starts funneling, try to tell them not to. At the start like this, it's fine. But as games progresses, whether it's domination or convoy, you will start seeing people funnel constantly. And it's important you break that chain. So I'm just kind of scouting. You see me getting ready to shoot something, right? I'm looking at target priority. Who's most dangerous to my team right now? If you are not playing Adam Warlock, like if you're playing, I don't know, Invisible Woman. I say Invisible Woman as Invisible Woman, but I don't like saying the entire thing. If you're playing her, she obviously cannot reach this distance. You have to play characters that reach your distance. So when you're playing, I recommend going to practice and seeing how far your distance is, because this is very important. Whatever your max range is, you need to think about the highest priority target in that range. If we look at this right now, I can't really see over there, so I don't know who's who, but we notice that Venom is here, right? And we notice that they have a Moon Knight right there, and then we notice there's some people here, but we don't know who they are, and even if they are something dangerous, who's more in a threatening position? Someone who's basically face-to-face to my team, or someone who has high ground and is able to pretty much throw their entire arsenal on my team at an angle. Well, that person is, right? So the Moon Knight is who I'm focusing right now for this particular reason. And this is something you want to think about when you're playing support, because not all the time do DPS players actually focus the correct target. They might focus a target that's not correct, and you just want to think about that. So we're focusing on target priority, as we said before. Groot walls me off. I kind of griefed myself, to be honest. So I try to save the situation by just moving around, but I do want to get myself back to that area. You'll see that I'll go back to that area because I want that area. Now you might be thinking, well, Poppin, why do you want that area? What's so important about that area? When we get there, I'll tell you. I might end up dying anyway, but okay, boom. This is a perfect area. So why do I want this area? I won't really say this particular spot, like right here, because this is troll. But as you climb, you're going to start getting to a rank where where the DPS in general, or tanks, just like Venom, as you see here, are very, very successful at getting to you and possibly killing you. And so what you want to do is limit how much danger you're in at any given moment. If I'm right here, I'm not going to get hit from anyone up there. I might get hit from this section, right? So if we pan the camera just a little bit, I might get hit from this section right here. But we've been paying attention to them, which is what you should be doing, and they usually funnel this way. What side is closer? If we're gonna always funnel into the same path, do you think they're gonna go from the top here and the top there? Or do you think they're gonna come this way and kind of split their team up? Especially if I already have a teammate that's over there covering that position. So if I stand here, when they do funnel into this, I'm not in any danger because my back is towards the wall. That's the thought process here. Whether you're right or wrong, whether they decide to go a different direction, whatever, but you want to have some sort of thought process when you're playing the game. So I'm still healing my team. I noticed that Venom's on me, but I'm not really worried about him too much, right? We're thinking about target priority. Yes, Venom is scary. He's all in my face, but how long does it take Venom to kill you? No matter which character you are. If he is hitting you with everything, including his primary attack, it's pretty short. But if you're dodging properly, especially if you can heal yourself, such as Adam Warlock, it'll take him a while. Whereas a DPS, how long does it take them to kill you? Almost instantly, right? I think that's Moon Knight. I didn't see him, but I'm just gonna suggest that, okay, that is Moon Knight. All right, so let's just say I'm fighting Venom and I'm running away and I'm scared, right? This dude's chilling. He'll one bang me, right? He'll kill me instantly. So there's two kind of concepts that I want to talk to you about right now, and this is something that you need to use to your advantage. Even if you're lower than gold or lower than plat, you still want to think about this. Whenever you're getting chased, do not, I repeat, do not kite away from your team and try to have a 1v1. Even in high ranks, people do this, and it's very frustrating for the healer, but it's also frustrating for the team because the healer always complains, no one's peeling, no one's helping. Your team, let's just say they're fighting right now, right? Oh, Rockets got clapped. But let's just say these three are fighting, people right here. Boom, fighting, boom, fighting. If they're focused on here and here, what makes you think they're gonna leave multiple enemies to chase you and try to peel you on something that's mobile like Venom, which can get out before they even kill him? Not happening, right? But there's like a mentality to it with a lot of healers where they just feel like they should get perma-peeled. That's not how it works. You need to know what to do when they hop onto you and already be thinking about your exit plan. I know that Venom is going to hop onto me, right? And I'm going to kite him in the direction of my team. I actually intentionally went this way because it's a much further distance he has to walk. Imagine if my team, if I was like right here, right? Well, I can't really kite him. I can kite into my team, but like, how much further can I go, right? If I go too far, I just go right past my team. So I just wanted to give more running distance from this area. So that was the first concept, right? If you're going to run away from something, Spider-Man, Panther, Venom, whatever, run to your team so they can help you, right? It's very hard for them to ignore you if you're sitting right there in front of their face. Not only are you positioning the character to be basically in line sight of their enemy that they are already fighting, but they're not that far away from that enemy anyway, so you're safer. All right, let's get back into it. The second concept that I wanted to mention again is going to be target priority. Yes, Venom, you're scary, I see you, you're low HP, cool, but like whoever pops through this doorway that's a DPS, I can one shot. So that's my thought process when I'm going here. And just like that, even though I missed a lot of my shots, what did I just do? Well, I didn't miss really. I was kind of in the air and I just happened to miss. But, you know, in terms of what that did, that backed him off, right? So not only did I back off him from doing any damage to my team, he didn't even get a chance to, he threw the arc, but he really didn't get to do much. Let's look at it from his perspective. Let's go back here. This guy's like, I'm about to clap some cheeks, bro. Let's go. Boom, 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 boom. And I back him up. Look, if he went uncontested because my team was focusing on that Venom, this dude could have shredded everybody. But I knocked him, I got him out the fight so quick, he couldn't do anything. This is what you want to think about when you're playing support. You're thinking about what are high priority targets. When we're discussing high priority targets, we're discussing things that do damage at that given time or have a way of damaging your team. Let's just say I'm playing Invisible Woman, right? And once again, there's a Moon Knight up here, right? He's in like a really good spot, but there's a Hulk that bounces on my team and I'm right here. Realistically, I can't hit that Moon Knight. It's a little bit too far. Maybe you could. That range might be a little iffy, but regardless, let's just stick to the point here. Realistically, there's not really a way that I can hit that Moon Knight and get him out, right? I could probably pull him in, but then I have to deal with two threats at once. Whereas our team, if I push the Hulk back, can deal with the Moon Knight because Hulk is not in front of us. Yes, he can jump again, but usually when they jump in, they use a shield, right? So if we push them back, kind of like mid-flight, sometimes they'll pop the shield as they land and didn't really think about the fact that they got pushed back. And then they just wasted it. They have to wait for the whole rotation. In that span of 3 or 4 seconds, 5 seconds, you could probably get that Moon Knight out. This is what it means to play support at a higher level, is understanding these threats to your team and what can you do about it. Sometimes you can't do anything, but you do want to think about what you can do in a situation. So let's continue the gameplay here. I'm not gonna talk about everything now, it's just something that I want to talk about. Once again, we got Moon Knight out, right? And we're putting our body this way. Again, we want to minimize whatever threats. Not once, except right now where we see Groot, but out of all that time that we just spent, nobody came this way, right? Nobody came this way. They all came from here, or from here. We have eyes on them, and we see that they're coming from here and from here. So I'm kind of going over there. So if they do walk out, they can't see me, but I have a better angle on them. Let's go ahead and look at it from my perspective once more. I have a better angle on them, right? I can see their feet before they can see me. If we look at it from this perspective, right? If I'm like la-di-da-di-da, right? Now, obviously I'm sitting here, don't get me wrong, but I'm going to be moving back over towards the right. They can't see me. They only see like a sliver of me where I can see probably their lower half. And that's good enough for me to do some damage, maybe get them back or scare them or whatnot, while I'm still able to keep eyes on my team. That Venom is not priority, but it's priority if I don't see anybody else. Do I see anybody else? I see Groot and Venom. That's who I'm focusing on right now because I don't see anybody else coming through. Then they end up coming through. So now this is kind of an iffy situation. And I actually end up dying. Realistically, I shouldn't have died there, but it was a good thing. I don't think do we get the wipe here? We do. Why did we actually end up getting that wipe? Because Groot is OP. No. Look at it from their perspective, right? You have me guarding this area the entire time. I'm guarding this area the entire time. I'm a threat. I'm scary. You need to get me out. Not only because I'm a healer, but because I will pop you. So once you play for a span of like 30 seconds to a minute in a match, people can gauge if they can respect you. As an example, let's just say there's a Widowmaker up here. A Widowmaker. Wrong game. Let's just say there's a Black Widow up here, right? And let's say she takes 10 shots and she misses all of them. How much respect are you going to give that Black Widow? However, if she shot 10 times and landed about 6 or 7, you're going to be kind of scared to peek her because she proved to you that she's a threat. I did that already. You don't want to be a character, whether you're a healer, tank, whatever. You don't want to be a character in the game that doesn't get perceived as a threat. You want them to perceive you as a threat somehow, some way. Maybe it's through healing, like with Rocket and the res totem. That's why they want to get you out. But you need to have something that says we need to take you out, not just because you're a healer, but because if I leave you in the game, you're going to have way more impact than I want you to have. That's the main goal. Again, I'm not going to talk too deep about that. We'll wait till we escape platinum to really go in depth. But I really wanted to hammer those ideas home. So once again, why am I getting targeted? I'm a threat. Why would you focus? Well, she shouldn't have been here, to be honest. And I was kind of sad when she was. She should be down here with the team. But as this happens a lot with Storm players, if you are a threat, they'll just single you out. And usually, I think this entire game she did that. She focused me repeatedly. Now, I could have actually got away if I just kept running, but I was scared. I could have just ran straight back to my team, but I was scared. So that was a misplay on my part. She got away with it, but luckily she didn't kill. Oh, never mind. She did end up killing my squirrel girl. Well, we lost that. So now they have control. It happens. Don't get upset. Breathe. Keep your bearings. You're chilling. So we're just relaxing, waiting for our team to get in. Once again, we're not going to funnel. We don't want to funnel. So think about the direction your team is going and try to get in a different spot if possible. If we decided to go this way as our Groot decided to push, I don't have eyes on him. Oh, wow, there's a wall here too, but let's just say there's no wall. I don't have eyes on Groot. In order for me to heal him from this angle, I'd have to go all the way kind of out and heal him like this. not what we want. When you're playing healer, you want to think about the shortest distance to whoever you need to heal. And if you can go another direction, go another direction. If you can't, then don't. Sit with the tank like you see me doing right here. I'm just laying down fire. I'm trying to figure out like where Moon Knight is, because that's the main threat right now, but I can't find him. I see him now. Like he's way back there. I see him. He's like chilling. So I have to think about like, can I land that shot? I tried to, but Groot is in the middle. And we're just playing slowly. Unfortunately, our team gets dissected here. It happens. Just back up, give that room up, right? We had someone die, we got low, can't really do much. Trying to just fire some more damage onto them. Just kind of the simple gameplay of breathing. Now you see that I'm gonna try to not funnel in the same location. Or I think I go for a health pack too, I do. So I try to split up, and I also try to get a health pack from this angle. Unfortunately, the health pack was gone. You see, I'm still not trying to be next to my team. I want to be next to them, but just not super close. This is something that a lot of healers end up in a bad position with. And this is not even just this rank, it's all ranks. Sometimes the healers are a little bit too close. You really want to understand your max range, not just because you want to do damage to the enemy and you want to try to do what you can to minimize their threat, but you also want to make sure that you're at max range so you don't get hit or focused by anything. Or if they do try to focus you, you're very hard to get to. As you see, if they wanted to get to me, they have to do a whole bunch. Whereas if we think about it from this rocket right now, look how close he is to everything. If they come this way, he's doomed. This way, he's doomed. This way, he's doomed. He's doomed this way. Whereas you saw me, even right now, you have to really jet through my entire team to get to me. Max distance is huge, and it's something that I really urge you to learn. Okay. There we go. And Rocket has an insane max distance. Basically infinite in my opinion. Getting a little closer so it's easier to land my my hit. We're just playing it out, nothing crazy. Waiting for someone to walk in, no one walks in. Playing the same spot, same exact thing. Remember what I said. Having your positioning in a way where I am closer to Venom, so this is kind of a negative thing, but I'm more safe with things that are like things that are long distance, and I'm not afraid of the Venom. We already established that. The guy is not I'm not as scared of him as I should be. So this guy's just not paying attention. Just pick him off. And now you see Rocket's at max distance, but he's getting attacked by Venom. And if we talk about the same exact thing, what we just discussed, think about how easy it is for Venom to get here. He could just swing, right? Now you could say, well, Poppin, if he wanted to, he can swing and get onto you too. Correct, but think about who was visible to Venom at that time, based off who's using cover, me or the Rocket. Let's look at the Venom's perspective here. All right, who's more visible? Right. Okay, so I popped out, right? But look, he has to either come this way and like curve or go above the team and curve. Plus I have Groot right next to me. All right, and keep watching his perspective. If Rocket was thinking about cover, not only could he be sniped by somebody, Moon Knight could throw an arc and blow him up, whatnot. If he was thinking about cover, he would back up and possibly shoot up to have the ball bounce down, right? Or he could shoot back and just keep wiggling back and forth. But he's posted in a position where it's very easy for him to think about going to get him because he's stationary. Now, obviously he's abusing the fact that he can rocket boost away, but that's not something you can rely on, especially once you get to high ranks. Like, rockets aren't juking people in high ranks. The person will either kill them or will force Rocket to constantly walk on the wall, right? So we're just chilling, just playing it out. Nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy once again. Just kind of doing the thing. Held the spot. That's that. Let's move on to the next part. So now we understand the concepts of positioning. We understand the concept of max range. We understand the concept of eliminating threats. Let's roll it back and see. Let's roll it back and try to apply these concepts to this round here. So I assumed Moon Knight was in the game. I'm not 100% sure. It was just kind of an idea because he was in the last round. Where am I? I'm out of cover, right? Or I'm in cover, I'm sorry. If you want to kill me, you do have to do a lot of work, right? Let's just say, I don't know, who's here? Mantis. Let's just, oh, yo, she doing a little gangster lean. Okay, I see her. Anyway, let's say Mantis wants to try to headshot. Mantis has some really good headshot potential, really good insta-kill potential. She can't see me. You could say, well, we could hide behind this, right? But we also want to be hidden away from everybody if possible and peek when we need to. So this is a really good spot, close enough to do my soul bind. This is something specific to Adam. He needs to be kind of relatively close to do things. So I put the soul thing on. Now, what's her face is about to, oh, this is another reason why we do separate. This is another reason why we do not want to be on people. Once again, the rocket gets destroyed because of how he's playing. He's not thinking about what I'm thinking about. Now, I think I do end up dying here. But you see how easy it was for him to just get killed along with all the havoc. If Rocket was positioning in a better spot, he wouldn't have gotten killed. Now, I was being a little bit more aggressive because I had my passive up to come back alive, to be fair. But something to think about. So we're just chilling. And we gotta think about, again, you know, where is the threat? What's the threat? We know that Venom's coming in. I'm not really focused on Venom. I really want to see if I could find anybody else. Unfortunately, we were going to be killed by the Hulk and the Venom at the same time. My fault. Maybe I didn't see the Hulk. Who knows? But this is a mental note that we want to keep in our head. Oh, crap. I died to Hulk and Venom. Maybe I should position better. I don't even remember how they got to me. Versus, team, you're not peeling me because blah, 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 blah. Doesn't matter. Don't think about it that way. Think about how can you position better. So our team gets wiped, I believe. Oh no, we're not wiped. Pog? Oh yeah, we are wiped. I'm sorry. So we're just kind of waiting for our team to come back, putting down a little bit of fire. I dropped down because I wanted to do my soul bind. This is something specific to Adam. Really depends on how you play your character. But for Adam specifically, I just wanted to soul bind. We soul bound them. They still, I believe, end up dying because of Storm's ultimate. Very strong ultimate, but we were able to KO people. Why? Because we position well. Can I get an amen? All right, let's go back. This is exactly why you do not sit on your team when you play healing or healer. Where is our Rocket? Now you could say, well, Rocket wants to sit on Groot because of, don't give me that. Don't give me that. That's not an excuse. He wasn't even sitting on Groot, to be fair. You see, why is he this close, right? And this is not to BM this guy. I'm not saying this guy's bad. I'm not saying he sucks. He's in the rank that he deserves to be in until he cleans himself up a bit, right? It doesn't mean he sucks. It just means he has some more to learn. But I'm saying this is the difference between low ranks and high ranks, right? Do you think about these things? You should never be sitting on your tanks. This is just not okay. Realistically, the whole entire team shouldn't be sitting on each other. I don't really know why they're so clumped up. But because I know better, I understood that Storm killed me that first round. The few seconds in the first round, Storm killed me with somebody else. Honestly, I learned from other games too, but let's just use that as an example. I know not to bunch up anymore. Luckily, I was able to salvage it because I happened to be alive. If I were not alive there, I wouldn't have been able to kill anybody. We were able to help our team. We already get things going. Now, as you see, people are up there, right? I don't know who's up there. Venom? Who's up there? Is it Venom? Who's up there? Let's see. Wrong person. It is Venom, right? I don't care. We established that Venom has a very hard time killing me. It doesn't matter. As long as I dodge his primary attack, right? A lot of players, even in higher ranks, will chase characters. Especially in low ranks, though. Like, I guess you could say it kind of falls off. So let's just compare a higher rank to low rank, right? So this is max chase, and then this is minimum chase, right? You can't see that. I apologize. Let's try once more. This is max chase. This is minimum chase, right? This is bronze. If there's a Spider-Man, a Black Panther, or whatever, if they're jumping around and whatnot, dude, they're chasing, max chase. As you rank up, it starts to slowly decline. Now, you might be thinking, why would you not chase a Spider-Man? Why would you not kill the Black Panther if they're always in your face? They are not. Those characters are cyclical characters. This means they have burst windows. This means they cannot stay on you the entire time. It just feels like they can. If, as an example, Spider-Man, right? He's annoying, he's in your face, but he's not always actually in your face. It just looks like it. So let's just say this is Spider-Man. This is Spider-Man, hee ha ha ha, right? And then this is you. He's shooting the little things at you, but he's not in your face. He just looks like it. And then he flies in. Now he's in your face. This is when you fight him because he's in your face. And then he jumps around, woo, and he comes back and he repeats it. That's a cycle. This is when he has to play through cooldowns. Every dive character in the game, except Thor. Steve too. Well, Captain America. That's a lie. He kind of does too. Every character in the game has a cycle that they need to go through in order to consistently dive kill you. To be fair though, tanks can't one-shot you. So if we're talking about DPS one-shot potential, they all have a cycle. Magic has a cycle. She can't sit on you forever. Psylocke has a cycle. She can't sit on you forever. Black Panther, Spider-Man, these characters can't just jump on and just be in the fight for days. Wolverine has a cycle, even though it might not seem like it. Iron Fist has a cycle, even though it might not seem like it. These characters can't just sit on you. They have to go in and out. And that's what you need to think about when they're around you. Venom is not sitting on me, so why am I chasing Venom? How is Venom going to kill me? How is Spider-Man going to kill me? How is Black Panther going to kill me? When they go to... Well, can't even speak, I'm sorry. When they go to your face, that's how they kill you. So let's not worry about that until they go to your face. Should they go to your face, kite to your team. I'm only emphasizing that a lot because we're not going to talk about that in the next one. You should know better. If you are a platinum player, you shan't be chasing. So I'm just kind of waiting for them, hovering. I'm just kind of trying to be everywhere at one time because my team is very, very spread out. So I don't really want to be in a cubby hole or anything. I want to be everywhere. So I'm peeking that storm. Right here, he's in my face, right? What I'm gonna do? Deal with him. Now, he's not really in my face, right? The odds of him killing me when I'm knocked in the air like this is pretty slim unless he grabs me. So we're gonna try to shoot somebody else if we can. And we're trying to go for that storm. Still going for that backline, right? We're going for the Moon Knight. We're going for these characters. We need to try to get out and relieve stress. Venom's on me. What am I doing? I don't care about no Venom. I'm circling the pillar. I'm chilling. That's not a problem right now. Now nobody's in my... I can't hit anybody, right? Nobody's in my range. We focus Venom. Oh, I can see somebody. We focus that guy. Should Venom kill me? Oh well, right? If I can go 1 for 1 or at least knock that guy out of the fight, as long as it's a high priority target. Don't mix this up, because I know someone in the comments is gonna be like, you never want to go 1 for 1 as healer. That's not what I'm saying. If you go 1 for 1 with a high priority target, you are in good hands. I believe Rocket is still alive. He is. So if I went 1 for 1 with, let's just say, their Mantis or their Invisible Woman, we are in a better position because I'm down 1, but then so are they. Now they only have 3 people to play with when our team has 5. Understand the situation at hand, and this is when rules become flexible. Normally, you don't want to trade your life if possible, no matter the target. But if you can do it, you know, with the higher priority target at that specific time, it's important. Now, we're not just gonna let him kill me straight off the bat, right? But I just mean we're not really messing with him. I didn't focus him, he ends up dying. This is why you don't really worry about that, right? We wanna focus on other stuff if possible. Waiting for that Moon Knight to peek his head. She gets in my face. And we're just playing the fight. I will do this with every single support. It does not matter. Rocket might be a little different, not gonna lie. But the rest of the cast, I will do the same thing. Again, I'm hugging the pillar. He's trying to fight me, but who's wasting time, me or him? Not me, because I'm actually getting damage on these targets. Right? I'm making their healer scared. She goes for the ult, but I was able to put damage on her and the rest of the team. And I'm able to get kills because I've been putting damage on them the entire time. The entire time. So, what I want you to take away from this, position well. You want to position in spots where you are not, where you're going to take as little damage as possible. You're always going to take damage. You're always going to get dove. You're a support. Doesn't matter. But if you position